guys, just in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how you guys can propagate your own pothos. So these are probably one of the easiest plants for you to propagate. You could probably, within a month, you could probably have an entire army of them. So usually how you propagate these is, you see these nodes right here, the little sections where it's almost like a line, it's like sectioning off. Usually for the nodes, there's like 2 leaves coming off one stem. So like right over here, you see this? There's one node right over here, I'm pointing at it. So at the nodes, it's usually the areas where it's gonna start rooting and where you can separate them. So for example, I'll show you guys where you guys should cut. With this plant right over here, we have one node right over here, but most likely since this one doesn't have any leaves yet, we're not gonna cut that. There's another node down here. Now we can go ahead and separate and cut that node out. So right over here, go ahead and put your scissor there. Make sure it's one nice clean cut. If you want, you could also try diagonal cutting. But from right here, all you're gonna do is just snip it off. Just like that. So now, after snipping it off, you have this piece right here. Let me go ahead and show you. So this piece, as you can see, these are the nodes. Right over here, this one, and then right down here, there's another one. So this is where the roots are gonna come from. Go ahead and place this entire cutting into water, and it should very nicely go ahead and grow some roots. So let's go ahead and take a couple more. So on the same leaf, if you go a little bit further down, right over here, I can actually go ahead and cut another node. So let me line everything up and show you. Okay, right over here. You see that? It's kind of hard to see with the camera, but right here, go and snip it off. And right off, you have another node right over here. That is gonna go ahead and very nicely go ahead and grow some new roots. Now usually you want to stay a little bit away from the leaves. Like for this cutting, I might have been a little bit too close to the leaves, as you can see. Usually this one, it should grow fine, but if you get too close, you don't want to damage the leaf, otherwise the leaf will fall off and you will just have one stem right here. The stem, then it will have a little bit of trouble propagating. Let's see, so now we got 2 pieces. Let me see how much more I can get from this. But most likely for today's demonstration, I'll just go ahead and get 2. Grab them. Okay, so right over here, there's another one. As you can see, same thing, there's a node right there, so we made the cut right over here. So with these guys, what you want to go ahead and do is grab a cup, a vase, anything like that. So right over here, we have a red cup. You want to go ahead and just toss everything in. In the red cup, just go ahead and add a little bit of water. You guys don't want to add so much water where the entire leaf of the stem, like this area, you don't want it to be completely covered. You just want it to cover just this rhizome, or not really rhizome, but more of the node part of the leaf. So this entire leaf, water probably covering around this area. So for me, since I do have some aquariums, another option you could do is go ahead and grab some of these stems and plug them into your aquarium. Now it might be kind of hard to see in this video, but sometimes with these hanging on the back filters, like that one right there, you can go ahead and plug them in the filter and they will just grow fine. But for today's demonstration, since most people probably don't have an aquarium, go ahead and grab a cup, add some water to around this area, leave it in some indirect sunlight, maybe near a window, and it should go ahead and root fine for you. So I will be making an updated video of how these guys do. Actually, I can probably show you what it looks like when it rooted. Okay, so right over here, I have this one that I planted a while ago. As you can see, it has rooted very nicely. Came right where the cut is. So this one, I kept in my current filter. Maybe that's why with the extra nutrients, it grew a little bit faster. So let's go ahead and get this planted so you guys can also see how to plant the pothos after it has rooted. So usually if you want the fastest and more optimal growth, you can go ahead and use some type of potting mix. Most potting mix will actually work just fine. So let me get my face out of the frame so it'll focus a little bit better. Just like that. But over here I have peat moss, perlite, and sand. That's about all. You want to try to keep it nice and moisturized. So what you want to do is go ahead and, well, for now let's use a chopstick I have over here. You want to go ahead and just make a hole, just like how you would plant any normal plant. Make a nice little hole right here. Keep that on the side. Grab your pothos cutting. Go ahead and just plug it in there. Now, this hole actually isn't big enough, and when you're doing this, you really want to be gentle. You don't want to be breaking any roots. If you break any roots, then you're starting from 0 again. So let's go ahead and grab this right here and gently plug it in. After plug it in, go ahead and just pat down the sides, and just like this, we have pothos grown inside of a 3-inch pot. So this is Marble Queen Pothos. I will have this on I'll have this on the website, enchantedgrow.com. So this will be on the website, enchantedgrow.com. This one, eventually with enough light, it will get this nice textures and colors in its leaves. But for now, I'm gonna keep this in some indirect sunlight near a window and just let it continue flowering out. So yeah, thanks for watching. This is how you make a pothos propagation.